Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Scott here from Can Geek Games and Collectibles. Welcome back, as always, to the Can Geek YouTube channel. And today we are going to talk about fandom. So, very quickly, let me tell you that almost everyone I've ever spoke to about this subject remembers their very first fandom. That one movie or television show, that one board game or video game, or that one comic or collectible that took somebody and immediately turned them into a fan. For me, it was when I was 6 years old. My first introduction to Star Wars was Star Wars Episode 4, which is now commonly referred to as A New Hope. By the time that movie was finished, I was a lifelong Star Wars fan. Just everything about that movie spoke to the 6-year-old me. You know, the epic fight of good against evil, Ben Kenobi's willingness to sacrifice his life for the greater good. The movie just turned me into a lifelong Star Wars fan. Where gaming is concerned, there are lots of games that I have played in my life, both board games and video games, but the very first video game that really turned me into a lifelong gamer, at least from a video game perspective, was Modem Wars back in like 1988, 1989. Now, for any of you retro gamers out there that don't know what Modem Wars is, I highly recommend you look it up, Google it. It was a game that was available on the Commodore 64. We are talking pre-internet, obviously, so it was like 2400 baud dial-up modems, but it was a war game that you would play online with your friends, and it wouldn't live up to today's standards, obviously, but back in the day, that game absolutely solidified my love of video games. As far as tabletop gaming is concerned, it would be Battletech. I had played a number of board games prior to Battletech, but my love of that particular war game ultimately developed my love for Magic the Gathering and my love for games like Shadowrun and Dungeons and Dragons. So the point I'm trying to make here is that everybody remembers their very first fandom, regardless of which genre we are talking about. My very first fandom from a superhero point of view was Batman, DC Comics. I mean, the darkness of the DC Comics just was something I couldn't get enough of. So these are just examples of my fandoms. But my very, very, very first fandom was absolutely Star Wars. And that's what I'm saying here. Everybody remembers their first. Now, our fandoms will motivate us to do some very strange and questionable things, at least to people who don't understand. So, for example, I have lots of friends that like to cosplay. Hell, I've done some cosplaying myself. A year ago, I cosplayed as the Punisher at a local convention that we went to. There are people who don't get cosplay. They don't understand why anyone would want to look like a fool dressing up as a character. Well, you know what? You only look like a fool dressing up as a character if you don't understand that fandom. So to all my cosplay friends, I say, don't let anyone tell you differently. My love of fandom motivated me to start a business. Hence, Can Geek Games and Collectibles. You know, I took my love of fandom, my love of gaming and of collectibles, and I spun it off into a business. You know, if you visit our website online at cangeek.com, you'll notice, yeah, we sell a lot of board games, but most of the board games we sell are fan-based games. You know, we're not selling one version of Risk or Monopoly or Clue, we're selling, for example, 10 or 12 versions of each game, but every game is catering to a specific fandom, be it Doctor Who, Supernatural, Star Trek, Star Wars, Rick and Morty, Bob's Burgers, whatever, right? Like, it's all fan-based IPs. And I've had people question what I'm doing. Why would I start this type of business? Because I'm a fan. And because I love connecting with you guys, the other fans out there. That's why I do this. And for anyone who doesn't understand that, well, you don't understand our fandoms. So, what I'm going to do for anyone who's interested, in the description down below, I'm going to leave a link to our Facebook community page. I invite you to come and join us there today if you're interested, and share your love of fandom with us. We're celebrating an impromptu Fandom Friday on the CanGeek Facebook page. Now, if you don't want to join us on Facebook, I get it. Not everybody likes that particular social media platform, but you're here on YouTube already. So let's start a conversation here on YouTube. Tell us what your favorite fandom is right now, and tell us what your first fandom was. I would love to hear about it. I'm sure anyone else that's watching this video would love to hear about it as well. So, share your love, your passion for your fandom with us, be it on our Facebook page or here on YouTube. Let's talk about it. Let's get to know each other just a little bit better here on, social media. Thank you very much, as always, for choosing to watch us here on YouTube and for supporting our channel. Please do remember to hit the like and the subscribe button, and feel free to share this video with other fans. Till then, thanks for watching. We'll talk again soon. Ciao for now.